Martin Luther King Jr., he had a dream that he dreamed that people would be judged by the content of the character rather than the color of their skin. And yet now we are trying to put labels on people so we can put them into a box, and we don't have to work to try to determine who they are. I believe every person is an individual deserving of human dignity and respect. We need to be able to address each person regardless of what they do for a living, what color they are, what gender they are. That doesn't matter. We need to be able to address every person with respect and charity. And that's what we need to start working towards. Because I find that the labels that we are putting, because this whole diversity, equity, and inclusion program is like the 2 minutes of hate that Orwell talked about in his book 1984. We need to get past that. We need to basically treat everyone as an individual. And this whole diversity, equity, and inclusion, I think it does the complete opposite. Because when you attribute a trait to someone based on a label that they give themselves or you give to them, that's actually the definition of racism. So this whole program is using racism to fight racism, and it's a waste of taxpayers' money again. So we need to stop wasting taxpayers' money on things that are an illusion. That there is racism, but dealing it with, like in this way, having a program where we're training people, we're training our employees, this is absolutely not the way I would propose to do it.
Thank you, Peter.
Who are denying the importance of race in South Africa in the main are white. You know why they are doing so? It's because they are extremely uncomfortable about that language. What does the language do to them? It reminds them of the history of discrimination that was based on race. When white people in South Africa were empowered throughout our history, there was no race blindness about it. It was very clear that the policies were targeted at white people. That's why white people are where they are today, socio-economically today. When it is the turn for black people to be empowered, the white people are coming to tell us that race does not matter. You know why? They want to make it difficult for us to test whether or not we're making progress in terms of black empowerment or not. Because if you say, let us be race blind, you cannot therefore have an instrument that says, let us assess if black people have made progress or not. Because they want to remove you from concrete indicators of progress to tell you that to be raised blind. So we must not be made to chase our tails by this gentleman. We know the truth of South Africa is that white people are more socio-economically empowered compared to blacks.
And if you hold on for me.